and start the recording. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we've been building. So right now, what I'm sharing here is obviously the webpage, Nobel Trading. You guys have probably already been here, taken the course on here and stuff. If you see now, we have this pricing page here. And this is actually the quickest way to get into the app from the website. You could just hit the get in for the $5. Of course, if you type in app@nobeltrading.com, it will take you directly to the marketing page for the app. And then from here, if you haven't done it already, you can also create your account. These passwords and display names are not transferred over to Discord. So keep in mind that we have to manually set up everyone's new information with the Discord and with the WAP and stuff. So make sure you're patient with us as we get that all solidified, because we've built all of this from scratch, including the payment processing and the member management and everything. It's all now done through our own software that we've created with the app. So I'm going to go ahead and log back into my account. Right here. And right here, I'm in the app. So here's the big thing about this, guys. We wanted to make something that didn't just replace Discord and didn't just automate your trades for you with the possibility of that, but we wanted to host all our strategies on here, allow people to also host their own strategies on here, create the leaderboards, the investment tabs, the AI tools. So first thing here is you're going to see when you log in, you have your full dashboard. Now, the trades that populate in here are going to depend on who you follow in the strategies. So right now we have Phoenix, which is our best AI model. So Phoenix actually has an 87% win rate over the last 16 months. It made 616%, and it is our best model right now. And then there's me, the human. You can also follow me. If you're a little spooked on the AIs, you can just follow me and mimic all my trades that I take and your own account. Automating the whole thing. Money stays in your account. You pair this to your brokerage. And then we'll have the AI version of me coming out and a stock one coming out. And these things are going to be pumping out over the next month. Give us 2 months to get them all out. So we already have these models working. It's just getting them on here and getting them uploaded. As you can see, for the AIs that are in the Discord, there's an AI tools tab here. And these are the AIs that are already running in the Discord. We're going to start directing those from posting in the Discord to actually posting directly to the app. Okay? The big thing here that's so cool about this desktop version. Now, I know not everyone is in the position like me where they're working from home. Obviously, I have like a 49-inch monitor, and then I have 3 27-inch monitors. I'm looking at multiple screens, right? But everything you look at in this app can be popped out in its own separate window. So if I wanted to look at the AI daily reports, I could have it on one screen, or I could have all 4 of these on one screen, all in every corner of the screen. You know, even if I'm looking at chat rooms, I could pop out any of these chat rooms and put it on the screen. So I could be looking at the chat room while looking at the automation, while also following, you know, my favorite algo person's strategy, whatever that may be, right? You know, so you can pop them out just like that. So I could have, you know, the announcements channel here. I could have the daily watch list right over here. Amazing. It's super exciting for me. Maybe not as exciting for everyone else, but it makes all of this stuff way more usable and user-friendly, because obviously the biggest complaint about Discord is 1, notifications are instantaneous. 2, hopping around on all the channels, not the best user experience, right? Well, that's all resolved in this app. So let's actually talk about, you know, obviously with the Discord features here, we're still going to have all the chat rooms. Obviously, we don't need a million chat rooms like we have in Discord, because we've actually built most of these features into their own section as well, running as their own applications. Now here's the big thing for the beacons. We also have the ability to compare them. Now, actually, one of the first updates it's going to come out probably sometime this upcoming week is we're actually going to build compare into the beacons tab. But this actually allows you to compare the performance of any of the models against one another, and also control how aggressive each strategy is run and how they compare to one another. So you can decide which ones you want to use, or maybe you want to build a whole portfolio of different models. Like you want 20% of the count to be run on this model. You want 20% a different model. You want 20% mimicking what I'm doing. You can set that up. And actually, this is a good time to just go ahead and pop down here into the settings. So when we come down here into the settings, you can see that this app defaults in a paper trading mode. Okay? So you have to turn off paper mode and go to live trading if you want to actually mimicking live in your account. So that also means that if you're nervous about running these, or you want to see what they're like, you could shadow any of these strategies, clicking the shadow right here, and it will still report to your dashboard as if it's live, but the performance you see will actually just be a shadow, right? It won't be real money, all right? And that allows people to test things out, if they're nervous about using something like this. This is a new tool. There's not a lot of people who do this. But the other thing in the settings here, if we scroll down, you can control the risk. Now, it doesn't matter who you follow. So, I'll go ahead and also share that later this year, a lot of you know Monty, who's one of our analysts. He's one of the top performers on Seeking Alpha, and he specializes in tech and energy. So he's been killing it because that's what's really moving in markets right now. Has been the theme for most of the year so far. He'll also have his own AI version and him on here as well in the future. So you can choose to say, no matter who you choose, though, if you choose me, you choose Monty, you choose Abe, you choose one of our AIs, Phoenix, and plethora of others that are coming out soon, you could say, okay, I actually want to take half the risk that they take when they take their positions. Or you could say, actually, I want to go 2x. And I actually want to take double the risk they do. But then you can adjust it further. If you don't want to exactly mimic whatever the bot does, you could actually say, I actually want to change what the base position is for each position. I want to set a cap on how large a position could be. Or you could fully automate it to a number of option contracts that it takes if it is an option strategy. Not everything will be. Obviously, if you're following Monty, you're following stock positions. There's AIs that do stock positions. There will in the future. Now, this is much later. This may happen probably early next year, but there will be futures and crypto. I know you guys are talking about it, asking about it a lot. There will be futures in crypto, but for now, honestly, we're doing so good on options. We're not really worried about futures in crypto right now. So, so you'll have the full ability to customize everything in here. And so you can also get a feel for messing with these in the shadowed account with paper funds before you go live. Okay. There's just some preview of what that looks like. You can also, adjust these and play with it yourself. You could set a daily loss limit. So, if a bot's having a bad day, maybe one of the traders is having a bad day, and you're like, well, they might be willing to lose 5K, but I can't lose more than 500. Okay, well, if you set this loss limit, once the account's down 500, it'll stop mimicking any trades and it will close existing positions. This has also the signal quality. So we have built-in safety features for stuff like this, as we've talked about in the past. Some of you might have been in there where we were talking about the number one risk with something like this is latency. So long as the systems are good, which we love ours. So this actually allows you to also add a layer of latency on your end as well. You can actually choose to extend it if you'd like and say, hey, you know what? I live in Appalachia and I don't, the Appalachian Mountains, and I don't I don't have SpaceX set up, and so I'm actually going to have a 5-second delay, but I'm just trading stocks, so I don't care, or I could even have a minute delay and I don't care because I'm just taking stock positions, right? So then you can set that up here. You can then also see your Beacon subscriptions that you have, because in the future for MBT intelligence subscribers, you'll be able to manage all your subscriptions right here with a simple click of the button. You can turn them on and off. Notification webhooks. So this is actually for developers. If you're a developer, you like building your own stuff, you want to put all our signals to alert and whatever, calendar or app you have built yourself, boom, you can do that. You can build on top of what we've built. Beautiful thing there. So we also have signal notifications, and we'll have other notifications and alerts that you can all customize here, right? So this tells you when your subscriptions are expiring, when new signal comes, when a position closes, when someone mentions you in a community similar to Discord. Well, actually not similar to Discord, much better than Discord. Obviously we try to do so much with the notification system on Discord to make it cleaner for everyone. But now we finally have the amount of flexibility we want so that users don't end up with, 500 alerts that are impossible to follow. Get alerts for what you care about and nothing else. Then we also have, of course, the appearance. I like the colorblind mode. You can also just go the straight dark mode. I know some of the staff likes the light mode because they're trying to go blind. But yeah, we'll add more of these. These are just fun. So if you don't like the way the app looks, you can control it as well. We're trying to care about the aesthetics. We're really trying not to miss anything, quite honestly. And then you have your account information here as well for you to update. You can also delete your account. You can also download your data. We do not store your data. It's important to mention as well that this app connects to your brokerage account through your API, but we do not collect any information from your broker. We do not have the ability to get that information either. So all we do is send signals to your broker that something has happened. So there's, the data we collect at MBT all comes down to what channels are people using, how often are they using them, and are you a bot? So that we can ban you if you are a bot. So there's also here, you could also view your positions, your performance. You could manipulate things like your, how much is in your paper account, or you'll also see the equity in your account. So you can actually use this app to track what's in your actual brokerage account that's connected to it. And just all the details that you would normally see in your brokerage in here as well. Again, the ability to swap from paper to real. There's, of course, the actual desktop app. Right now, I'm in the mobile version. So, if you download this to the desktop, it's going to look exactly like this. When mobile comes out, it will also look exactly like this. It'll just be on the phone screen. All right. So we're actually building all versions at the same time. The only reason there is a delay on mobile is because Apple is so difficult to get permission to put the app on their iOS store. So it's not even difficult. They just make it a lot of steps. So this is the investments tab here. And this is where you guys can do two things. Obviously, you can add your holdings for your investments accounts if you're just a long-term shareholder. And you just want to keep track of maybe even just a watch list of ideas that you like, you can keep that tracked in here. So like a lot of you know that if you're pro members in the Discord that you can see my long-term investments and the Discord channel called Stocks, and I give like a monthly update on that. Well, now I can do all those updates here. In the future, I can fully automate it like everything else, like all my other accounts that we've done, and it will automatically update in here, and then I can choose to share it with everyone. Now keep in mind, right now, only you can see it. Coming very soon in an update, you'll also be able to share it with the community so everyone can see, I know some of you in here, big investors. I know some of the members are broker dealers. They're managing large accounts. They've been great investors for a while. Are hedge fund managers. So you could also share what you have in your account with the community if you so choose to do so, Sorry, I'm just reading one of your comments down below. Then we also have the events tab. So we have, this is where we'll have live sessions, seminars, market calls, like what we're doing right here. But in the future, we'll be doing these all on Google Meet. There'll be a small intermediate period where we will do meetings on Google Meet, and then we'll do them in the app. There will be voice channels, just like we're doing right now, within the app, where we can also put video. We have been trying to get video to upload as well. Right now, you download the videos, but I believe we'll have this fixed very shortly as well, where I can upload like the private videos, review videos that I do in Discord will be up soon on the app as well for you guys to view. And Vince will be where you can keep up on this as well. Now, unlike Discord, if there's an important announcement or something big happens, you won't miss it on the app. People complain about not reading announcements, or things get bogged down in channels. If we need to send something to you guys, or you guys need to be updated on something, you are not going to miss it if you are using this desktop application. But we can see to that. We can vibrate your phone, push the notification to you, all of that jazz. All right. Next, we have the leaderboard. Leaderboard just tracks who's using the app, who's typing in the app, who's been around the longest, how are they performing. Obviously, we're still going to carry forward with the trade challenge as well. So there'll be a leaderboard for the trade challenge for who's won it the most times as well. And then we have the social alerts. Now, social alerts is going to be also a very near-term update. Okay, so give us like 2 weeks probably, and this will be out. Social alerts are going to allow you to add whatever subreddit, or maybe there's someone on X who isn't a part of NBT, but you like following them, you like the content they post. Well, now with the social alerts tab, you can type in their username, or you could type in the subreddit group, and all the posts that go there, or all the posts that user posts, will show up in social alerts. So the big goal here being that, like, you don't have to be tabbing around, going looking at X or everything. This could be your central hub. If there is a big news channel you like, you can set it up to post in our application. If it's on Blue Sky and not X, that sucks. You got to use X. But we did cover most of the major social medias. I imagine most of you don't even know what Blue Sky is, and that's not a bad thing. So that's the major things I'm going to cover here today, guys, on what's going for the app. Obviously, the big things, what's coming are besides the small channels that I mentioned right here. We're going to have all of our AIs up and running. So you're going to get the unusual options flow tracker. You're going to have the AI technical analysis, not even the ones that were previously in the Discord, but the updated versions of them. Now they've been doing their training, which is fantastic. And then we're also going to start pushing out more models as well. So, obviously right now we just have me, and we have our top day trading algo. Keep in mind, this is a day trade only algorithm. And the trade-off for an 87% win rate is some days you don't trade at all. All right. So this thing is highly specific on the variables needed for it to enter a trade. That's why it has such a high win rate. It actually has decided that it doesn't trade on some days. It doesn't trade. I can't remember. I know our chief technology officer would know, but it actually doesn't trade every day of the week because it's decided that those days suck. So, but I got a super high win rate, super high performance, obviously. Yeah, I think I've about covered it. The beacons are the big ones to watch. Now, we've had lots of success. All right, here's the big detail to keep in mind, and what everyone's been asking about. When can I start trading in real money in this? All right, well, this is the week for us to stress test our systems. Just to be clear with everyone on this, okay? So we do ask that this week, please, and as we told you last week, please just be in shadow mode, or at least know the risk you're taking by having this pair with real money. We've done local tests on our local centers, and that's not the same as in a live environment. It's really close. It's as close as we can get. We wouldn't put it out if we didn't think it would work. But we do want to run a few tests this week to try and overload the system, basically to try to see if we can break it. If it survives that, we'll let you guys know this week, and we'll say, hey, we got the green light. We're highly confident we'll get the green light. But we're going to run probably 2 more tests and then call it good. So far, pretty great, though. So, yeah, I think I about covered it. I see the chat room is pretty active. When can I start trading real money? Yeah, just what I said there. So give us 1 more week to test the systems. What we're doing is we're gonna be making a bunch of brokerage accounts, throwing money in them, and then trying to basically overload the system. And we've already been doing that. And also keep in mind that I know some of you guys might use some atypical brokerages. I know I don't actually see any of the members here, but I know some members use like different overseas brokerages. If the question comes up on, hey, can my brokerage connect to the app? The answer to that is, does your brokerage offer an API? If they do, the answer is yes. So almost every major brokerage does. Robinhood does. Webull does. Schwab does. Fidelity does. Interactive Brokers does. So a lot of the big ones. I'm sure I'm missing a few. Alpaca does as well. Give it and make an X account. Yeah. All right. Here's a question. Does it signal other accounts to make a trade after your account gets filled? Or does it signal the other accounts to place the request before yours gets filled? I'm sorry. I got to read that one more time. Does it signal other accounts to make a trade after your account gets filled? Or does it signal the other accounts to place the request before yours gets filled? Oh, I see what you're saying. Is it front running your orders? I see. Technically, yes, because what it does is all the AIs have their master account, because they traded real accounts with real money. So when they make a transaction, the app sends a notification to you in under a second. Just like, we're under a second in the alerts in the Discord after I take a transaction. So you'll have about the same speed there. And then your account will get that signal.
Does it wait until you're filled to send the signal out, or does it do it as soon as you put the order in?
It doesn't, it's not even possible to do that. It only does it if it's filled. Because all the bots right now, accounts are filled with Schwab, and the way Schwab's API works is it only sends signals not only if the position is filled, but if the full position is filled. So if the bot wanted to buy 10 contracts, only 8 filled, it wouldn't even send the notification that a partial fill had occurred.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's based on completion.
Yeah. Okay, so does it know when the
What's
crest
the
is put
slip
and just when the order is filled?
range?
Yeah, just when the order is filled. That's correct.
What can you talk about the slippage range that is built in to the algo?
Okay,
Give
so
people an idea.
yeah, so like I was covering earlier, so the pitch is going to be a factor of the time. So remember, you had your ultimate. That's not the right wording I wanted. The ultimate protection against slippage is time. Okay, not so much, how much has it moved. It's how much time has gone by. Okay, so and you'll be able to control that in your settings tab. Okay. Because even if positions move 5% or something, it doesn't mean, as you guys know, when we day trade, a position could be up 20%, but it can go another 140%, right? So you need to understand, have I missed the moment of opportunity or something? You could control that at your end. The way we handle it is within a certain percentage, the order will fill. Um, we have that set, I believe, to 5% right now for options.
The slippage is a combination of loss limits and signal quality. When you do the signal quality, the 5 second range, what that's telling you is how much time between the transactions. And if you have that combined with your risk position sizing, you'll get a good idea of how likely it is you're going to transaction. These are usually very liquid um, options that you're dealing with. The larger we get, the more people that are involved, and also bots. This might change a little bit, but I don't see um, Brachi here, or especially the bots right now, trading really obscure, um, hard to move options. So that's not so much of an issue because of that. But in the future, we are building out setups to accommodate that. That is then the logic for it.
I mean,
But right now, yeah.
there will be, if you're following a human, they will make natural adjustments. So, um, obviously, you guys know that I'll sometimes buy option contracts I will sometimes buy those option contracts on those, like LA, what was it, Laser? No, it was Taser, uh, about a week and a half ago. Now that we have this set up, I can't do that. So instead, I might buy shares of a small cap rather than options. Just being more mindful of the liquidity involved in that. There will also eventually have to have caps for how many people could be subscribed to each strategy if the total assets that are following that account, start to get bewildering, right? But the thing is that for some of them, there really won't be caps and there won't be problems. And we are a long, long way probably from worrying about that. Minimum required copy trading account size is $2,000. Um, your big thing to keep in mind is just can you actually day trade and not, break the broker regulations, right? Restrictions rather. So you can't be, if you want to be a pattern day trader. The old rule was 25,000. That's now been adjusted to 2,000. So keep in mind if you do
And
finish
keep it.
the day below 2,000, that does put you at risk of getting those restrictions put on to you. If you are in a cash
Yeah,
account,
you would
you
probably.
can put a cash account connected. Just be mindful that you will run out of trades that you can take. Your broker will stop allowing you to trade once you run out of cash. Yeah, and it probably is best to put more than, I think that's what Abe was about to say. It's probably best to put over 2,000 in there. If you want to do like 5K, it gives you some leeway. Because obviously this is still trading. It's going to be down days. Are the downloads available yet for PC and Android? They are. So PC is fully optimized, runs just as good as the web page. You're going to find all the features on the web version that I'm looking here on the desktop version. It's going to look the same exact way. If you're logged in to the web version like I am here, you'll find that download right here down at the bottom. So you can download Ember to Windows and Android. Now, disclaimer here though, if you're downloading it for Android, our Android download is not done through the Google Play Store. So for now, it is just for developers. So if you're one of those maniacs who's like, I gotta have an Android because I like to download all the apps myself and do custom downloads and make it all unique to me. Okay, well, we gave you that. You know, there was some requests for that, and we obliged. So keep in mind, next month is when you're going to get your one-touch download for Google and Apple Store. So if you weren't a developer, if you weren't used to, downloading an app to your phone and programming it yourself, or going through that process at least of opening the files into the folders and whatever other things you want to do, I would just avoid it for now and just stick with the desktop version. We only got a month left for the mobile, so it's around the corner.
Heads up on that part. The broker aspect of this is not showing on here because you cannot set up your broker on the website. You have to do it through the desktop or mobile when we get to that point.
Oh, and it's as simple as just plugging in the API.
Yeah. When you do that, but right now you could just avoid it.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know an announcement both in the application and within the Discord when we feel like we've passed all our live environment tests. To be clear, we've already passed all our development tests, and we were really happy. So just one more week tops, maybe even just a few days. Okay, people talking smack about Apple and Android conversation. Will our watch list be scrolling on the top? Is that yours or yeah? So actually, I didn't even mention that, guys. So yeah, these tickers up here. If you click this feature here, you can change what tickers show. So you can add any stock you like, and even remove the ones that are up here. So if when you're in the app, if you want it to just be streaming what's in your portfolio or things that you're interested in, you could completely customize this. Yeah, this isn't just for show. It's another way to keep track of the market while you're in our app. And there'll be more stuff like that as well. We've basically built, to be clear, I'm going to derail while people type in the other questions they have, and then I'm going to let people unmute their mics if they'd like to ask other questions. So I just want to say this because it's so exciting. With the power of AI and the amazing talent that we have, a big thank you to Ed, who's been talking in here, who's our Chief Technology Officer. He's been the one who's been training the AIs and has built everything you're looking at, overseeing all of it. We have basically built our own Discord, our own tracking. So keep in mind, in the future, if you do want to trade while this is paired to your application, a lot of you guys will know about like the performance tracker on MBT, where it is actually down. It does exist. It is still up on the Google Sheets. There's always, it's not a tech presentation if everything works perfectly. But as you can see, there's all my trades here. You guys will all have this in the future as well. So like this is showing every transaction I've taken. Obviously, every trade gets uploaded in here, all the wins and losses. And you'll have this built into the app automatically as well in the future for you guys. So, you know, we built our own Discord. We built that. We built the Calendly. We built our Zoom. And here as well, we built our own Google Workspace for the company. We've built like all these other software that's used by other companies. We've coded from scratch. So when people were asking like, you know, are we done yet? Are we there yet? Understand that we don't even use Bluehost for hosting anymore. We now host on our own servers. We run everything ourselves. We build our AIs from scratch. This isn't Claude. This isn't GPT. This is our stuff that we run in-house. Everything from scratch, all proprietary, owned by Nobel Trading. And that's what makes it so special and so cool. And a big, big, big thanks to the amazing team that we have. Must throw a ball at an unbreakable window, and it worked out just fine. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, this isn't even part of the site. I'm not sure why it went down, but we'll figure it out. We'll have it back up in no time. To be honest, check out the shop. Ed says check out the shop. Yeah, we got some clothes in the shop. This is probably why this went down, by the way, Ed, because... Actually, wait. That's probably the issue, Ed. There's a... Anyways. We see now why that's not working. All right, I'm goofing off, guys. Ask me your questions. If you guys want to unmute, or I'm still watching the chat room. Are you looking for investors from the community? Yeah, so we are actually opening up a seed round. So if you're interested in getting equity in MBT, we are doing one seed round. Obviously, here's the big thing, and I'm just going to be really transparent about this with you guys. There is no reason at all for us and the position we are in to really need to ask anyone for money. Because affording what we need to afford is going to come in due time if it is too expensive out of the budget. Granted, the final build on our AI data center is going to be like another $1 million. So the only thing that we are focused on right now is just maintaining the lead. I know what Robinhood's AI is capable of. I know what JP Morgan's AI is capable of. And I know right now there is no one in the financial industry that is doing as well as us. Because it's not really even a matter, I don't speak for Ed. I'm not going to speak for Ed. But it's not even a matter of being the smartest in the space. It's just no one's been as ridiculous as us when it comes to data collection and testing. These AIs go through millions, on the borderline of 1 billion, different tests and optimizations, and the amount of money it costs to do so, and for the training, and coming to the strategies, and going to other fund managers and other traders and collecting that data to build these models, to build the framework. No one even comes close to the amount of work and effort that we're putting into this, So we'll be able to afford all the things we would afford, but we want to solidify our lead. If we can continue the build out of our personal data center, we can cut our expenses almost to zero and at the same time complete the training of our AIs. And it would allow us to just speed up our pace to solidify our lead. Because in all honesty, you're going to have... We'll keep this in-house. We probably got 5, 6 years where this is just works insanely well and no one's even close. And then if you have a good lead, maybe you are really smart and you're staying on top of things, which I imagine we will be. You can extend that a little bit further, but eventually the industry is going to catch up. And there's going to be strategies to counter strategies, and everyone's going to be running their AIs. Eventually, the other models will catch up, and there'll be some improvement. Is my expectation, and maybe that never even comes to fruition. Maybe this is just the new norm. But the pessimist in me won't let me fully believe that. So, yeah, what's up, Chris?
Hey, couple questions. Number one is, can you set up multiple accounts such as Roth IRAs to trade with the system?
Right now, I believe it's just one account. Um, just due to the limitations of the company. So obviously, the thing that we have to be concerned about is one person setting up like 70 accounts or something. So we might slowly expand that, and we might eventually move to like 5 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't expect that. Now, what you can, yeah. So that'll come.
All right. Next question is, you talk about initially the 65% win rate or the 87% win rate. What does that translate into, let's say, daily, monthly, or yearly gains?
So I don't know what the monthly calculation would be, but obviously we're speaking the world of averages. But so the Prometheus has 616% returns over the last 16 months. So that's about 38% per month. With
Phoenix.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. The application's called Prometheus. Yeah, so Phoenix, Phoenix AI, is our best performing model. It does not swing any positions. Positions are open and closed in the same day, and that's with the mask risk parameters. So that's like the upper limit. That's the best performing model with the most risk. That's the top performance that we've managed to squeeze out of the market. Um, And then when you're looking at my strategy, I don't even know if I have my. You know what? I don't have this stuff on the top of my head because I rely on our system to keep track of it for me, and the web page is down. But it is on our web page under the performance tab. We'll get that fixed. It'll be working
The
tomorrow.
the beacons right now are not reflecting the actual information properly. I'm
But it
actively working on it.
but it is on our Nobel Trading website. It just
Yeah, there was a recent update I did, and it broke a lot of things
yeah.
because of how I had to do it, and I'm working on all that. That's why I asked about the shop, because that was the last thing I fixed.
Yeah, it looks like actually what fixed in the shop broke the performance page. So that's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I fixed
Oh,
one thing,
did
three other
you
things break.
did you literally just fix this just now?
Yeah, I'm fixing
Okay.
things actively. I constantly am fixing things. That's the thing. It's like that. You'll
All right.
you'll expect that
Yeah.
fast returns on repairs.
Yeah. All right.
So, Josh, another question. Sorry.
Yes. Absolutely.
Let's just say you have $100,000 in an account that we're going to attach to this. Is there a way to trade, let's say, 20,000 to start, or
Yeah.
uh,
Absolutely.
okay?
So if you have $100,000 account prepared, when you go to your settings, you're gonna do max position. So if you wanted to do, I don't know what you said, 20,000, you would just change this to only 20% of of actually this is not the right setting. Edward is the max account setting. Is that only on the app and not on the mobile? You will though. You will
I'm
on the
sorry. I'm
app.
sorry. What'd you say? Joe was talking to me. What?
Um, he was asking about the if he has $100,000 account, he only wants 20,000 paired to each strategy. Where we set that up in the settings. I
Oh,
see.
when you set up per strategy, that's when you do the beacon itself. So you go to your beacon. This is still a work in progress. It's something I've been talking about. So click on it directly. So when you're doing this,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's the estimator. But when you actually click it, it will have something like that. And then there's models right there. Look at the bottom left, under view your profile. It has a slippage model. No, go back. There you go. Go down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. The slippage model is right up there. It's a little .5 there. See that?
I see.
Yeah. So when
This
you
is
actually
slippage.
apply for it, when you hit subscriber there for the actual paying for it, it will go through a process with that. But right now, it's not going to show because we're not supposed to be spending money on this yet.
Okay. Yes.
But there is a setup for when you initially do it, and then after that, adjusting that is going to be part of later alpha when we allow people to do it. I'm trying to hold the cards close to the chest, keep people from spending money on it.
Well,
You know,
keep people from
do my
pairing
best.
until we're done. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. Did that answer your question, Chris, or is that confusing? Because I could summarize. You will have it
I think so.
when you set up to subscribe. You'll be taken through a menu that will ask you how much of your account, percentage-wise, you actually want allocated towards the strategy. So that'll be for each strategy. And you know what? We're gonna add it to the docket to also put it in the actual settings for you.
Yeah.
I think
Now,
what I'm
now we
asking
have
for
them.
is if I have a $100,000 account that I only want to try 20,000 and within the settings, or
Right.
within I want to only trade with 20,000 through the system.
Right. We could do
Is
that.
that possible?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's already a part of it. That's already built in
Okay,
right here. He showed you earlier the
sure.
account threshold. So if you go down,
Right.
Bratcher, down, right here, loss limit, and then a little above there it shows how much max positions, base position. You can put the caps on that just fine. The desktop app has a lot more control over this and actually has the settings for your broker account. We can't see your broker account, so we can just only guess. So you're gonna have to hard code that. When I say hard code it, I mean like you're gonna have settings you're gonna have to do on the desktop app or let's say the phone app. Um, because again, this is just a website for monitoring.
And
It's
that's
not for
this
actual
is
trades.
actually a good point to also clarify, guys. And I apologize for not saying this sooner. Our staff, we have staff members that are also trained on this stuff. Obviously, it won't be me personally, but we have community managers. So when you guys are actually going through and setting this up, you'll be able to set up an appointment. You'll be talking to Cole, who's in this call right now, and he'll actually be helping you with that setup. So if you do run into confusion on the settings or something, we'll be walking you guys through that. Okay.
One more question on the loss limits. Is there a way to set up, let's just say there's a really bad day in the market
Right.
and you want to set up loss limits at 15%. So if you lose 15% of your trading value or whatever, I mean, can you do percentages over dollar amounts?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And you could set it to cut a single trade when it comes to a 15% loss, or you could do 15% of your total account value.
Perfect.
Which,
Thanks.
which you will also see in our beacons. I don't believe the actual beacon pages have been fully updated on historical performance, but I do believe if you look at if tomorrow, if you come into this performance tab, you'll see I think my max drawdown from peak to low is like 16% over the course of a year, and I believe the bots is similar, maybe if not slightly less. So that's something to keep in mind.
One last question, I guess. On the registration page to sign up, do you want us to use a promo code to keep like the beta testers in?
Yeah,
I
so
guess.
for the beta testers, you guys do not have to do the $5 fee. I have the code here and announcements. If you're an existing pro member at Nobel Trading, you're going to be getting an update here soon. So make sure you're checking your email boxes to pair your account info. That's all going to get done as well. If you're not, you can then just sign up for everything within the app. So remember, Pro, just to be clear as well, MBT Pro lets you use all the AI tools. It'll let you see all the trades that beacons are taking and use all the chat rooms. And NBT Intelligence is for the automation. Pro is $99 a month, and Intelligence right now is $250 a month just for the beta launch. So to be clear, our official public release right now, we've set it all the way out to 2027. So 2027 is our goal for this is a fully flushed, finished project done. You know, maybe sooner than that, but that's what we gave. That's our deadline that we gave for getting that out. And at that point, we will raise prices. I'm just letting you guys know right now, we will raise prices on NBT Intelligence. We will, as we have in the Discord, allow people to grandfather the rates that they pay now. So if you're paying the $250 and you use it for 10 years from now, you're still paying $250. Just like some of the Nobel Trading members are grandfather did, especially lifetime members. Do not ask me about lifetime, please. We are not doing lifetime again.
No, but there was a question in the Discord about what lifetime members get with the new setup.
Yeah. Lifetime members are still, when you sign your lifetime contracts, you were promised everything that NBT does. You're still going to get everything that NBT does. Love you too, Stop Blacks. Any other questions, guys? Nothing? Hit me with the hard ones. We had some hard ones. I thought there'd be more skeptics.
I have another question. So
Yes.
later on down the road, as we build out more and more beacons, my understanding is that 250 going to, or whatever the current subscription cost is that going to allow you to track as many beacons as you want, or are those beacons going to have their own pricing that, depending on the beacon, they can set pricing for
Abe,
themselves?
why are you For those who don't know, Abe is part of staff, so I don't know. So you really, yes, there will be future plans and probably different flexibility for beacons based on their performance in the very distant future, when there is 12 or more people who have partnered with the BT to host their strategies on our platform. Not a concern right now that anyone should be thinking about, and he only knows about that because he is staff. Because right now the 250 gets you everything that we have, and it will be until further notice.
Any info on seating?
So for the limited seats, it's looking like on right now we can safely host about 150. So with priority given, obviously, in the order of lifetime, current, beta subscribers, and then pro members. I believe right now we have like an excess of 55 seats or something for new subscribers. So we're doing good right now because we don't plan to go super public about it. I've been posting some promos on social media, but we will be getting that out come July. When we do the next beta phase and we expand that out to what we're thinking would probably end up being then several hundred at that point. And at the end of the year, we're probably going to be looking at like 10,000 people can track what the strategies with as far as like our hardware build path is and roadmap looks. And keep in mind, it's worth saying, guys, with how fast the tech is changing in the space, especially with the developments in like photonics and stuff, that could change. It could, but only for the better. So it might end up, but there's some advances by the end of the year that we're looking at. Like we can do 100,000 members, and there's seating isn't a problem. Marketing's our only problem, because right now we don't want to market, but in the future, we might just marketing might be the only thing we're worried about. Is just getting more people in here because we have no limitations. So, yeah. things are moving very, 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 very fast, and we've been getting a lot of attention from the big banks and private funds and stuff. I'm trying to keep. What is the amount you're looking to raise with round one of the seed round? Yeah, I mean, that $1 million number is what it's going to cost us. So we are looking to give a percentage of equity that we can negotiate for $1 million. We keep in mind our tech and software has already had buyout offers, but we have no intention to sell, especially for the strategies that we have. But yeah, I'm not going to say too much. I think I already said too much. So, first time founder here. Any other questions on the actual application, guys? If you want to, I see the investor questions. If you guys are curious on that, please reach out to Josh, not me, Josh, but Joshua Morris at the staff, or email josh@nobeltrading.com, and we could have a sit-down meeting about that. All right. I'm looking for other questions, or if anyone wants to unmute.
What happens when the bot goes down for 2 days or 3 days or 4 days?
The country is under an EMP attack from Russia, and there will be many other things you're going to need to worry about, like getting your family to safety.
No, I'm serious though. What happens when
I mean, that's the level of protection. I mean, our platform being down for more than several days. That's the level of. We already have so many safety nets as far as a physical location where we run it off of our own server and cloud backups. Like, yeah, our systems are. If our systems are down, it's because all of AWS is down, and because the data center got a bomb dropped on it. So I'm being serious when I say several days. That's not going to happen. Now, there could be a time where it's down for 10, 15 minutes, but I'm super confident that we'll have that back up and no time flat.
I will say that on the off chance that the bot does go down, it is a day trade only. It will not have anything progressing to the next day anyways. So that shouldn't come up as an issue either way. The future bots that might be swing or otherwise, that is less of an issue because you still have protections on your app. You have the oh shit button and restrictions on buy or sell. You have a complete control over your transactions. So you can sit there
and to be clear, this is just connected to your broker. You can still go into your broker and manage transactions from there. So if, worst case, something that I can't even imagine happens, some massive AI cyber attack from a foreign country, you still have access to your broker. You're still in control of all your money. So
also, if you want to just sit there and go like, you know what, I don't agree with it not selling yet, and you see it making 50%, and you're like, you know what, I want it now. I want to just cash in. You can just do that too. Nothing is really stopping you from doing any of this. We're not controlling your account. Like you said, we send a signal out. You do with it as you will. There is the embers you get in your hand. The program you have in your hand is just allowing you to automatically respond to it. But in the end, it's up to you on whether or not you even want to buy it. Because again, there's buttons for all that. Then that's just for the signal thing.
This is what yeah. You also have the daily loss limits. You also can control how aggressive it is as well. Yep. I'm trying to build this with most flexibility for users as possible. And can you have the app notify you when a trade is placed in your phone? Yeah. So like I was showcasing here in the settings, we're going to expand this for the mobile app as well. So you'll be able to control all the types of notifications you get. So right now, like right now, new signals are off, position close is off, and this is just set to let me know when a subscription is expiring.
And the way those turn on is you have to have the app installed in your phone or desktop. Once they're installed, those things go through. It just relays to itself and says, "Oh, I'm on a phone," so I'll just tell my phone version of me to yell at the person that this is happening.
I
But you
do
have to have that installed first.
I do want to also make sure I notify users that the Get Help here sends us a direct message through the app, so our staff will see this. So if you do have any questions, or if you just have a feature that you want to see implemented, please let us know, because that's the whole reason for this alpha, is to get feedback from you guys to add the features that you want within the app. If there's more flexibility you need or more assurances you need, whatever that may be, please do not hesitate to tell us. Even if you're just gonna say this is trash, I hate you guys, and I'm deleting it. All feedback
Josh,
is good. Yes,
another
Chris.
question for you is on any given day, I guess if you set up notifications, like how many trades on average would occur on an account to where you get notifications? Or can we just automate it so we don't get any notifications and the bot trades automatically?
Yeah. You could turn notifications off. If you follow me, you can expect probably. There's a wide variance. Like if you're following a human like me, there's a really wide variance. For the bot, you're probably going to get 1, 2 top per day. For me, you might get 5. You might get 55. It just depends on how good the market environment is. And for future bots, like different swing trading bots, or for credit strategy bots, for spread strategy bots, you might see 15, 20 as well. But again, you can not only control which of those alerts go to you, but which strategies actually alert you. Or you could just get alert like when you hit your daily loss limit, just so you know something's wrong, or something it's having a tough performance. Then you can get your notification. But you'll be able to customize all of that.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions, guys? This hasn't come up, but I do want to mention that the kind of there it hasn't come up here, but there has been concerns about the legalities with this. So with Dobell Trading now is a robo advisor, and there is going to be future restrictions from the SEC pertaining to this. So right now we don't have any restrictions, but we do anticipate that the SEC will start making new restrictions on AI trading. However, we've already anticipated that, and we are starting a private hedge fund that will be launching within the next, I'd say, 45 days. And so we will be using that financial advisor license to make sure that there's no disruption in the services from the app. And because there has been some concerns, because the SEC is obviously wising up and pretty cautious of the AI trading. So we don't expect any derailment in services from that end, because we'll be borrowing that license and we'll be able to act as a financial advisor in the future.
I did want to make a quick point on the suggestion box. If you guys are making suggestions, this is the time to do it, because after alpha, that's when we stop doing a lot of the adding on stuff and more of the refining and prettying up the whole thing. So this is the time to do that if you want that done. So if you have ideas or thoughts or wants or desires, this is the time to request them. It may not happen until after beta, but without it being done now, it gets put in a far, far back the burner, and then we have it like maybe 8 months from now. I start thinking about doing that. But if I have it now, then it becomes a discussion, and then we can work towards that before the beta comes out, or around a beta.
Cool. All right. I just also am curious. Like, it seems like we've exhausted most questions from most people. How excited are we, guys? Is everyone pumped? Does everyone like how the app looks right now? Is it people who've played in it? Can I get some ones in the chat, maybe? From those who have had a good experience so far playing in the app. Are excited? Cool.
I'm signing up
guys.
tonight, but I'm excited.
All right. Awesome, Chris. Yeah. Yeah. Stockblock says, didn't know I'd get this when I joined years ago. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, for those who don't know, this has been in the works since I started this company. And just AI and the change of tech and the pace at which we can get things done now. Not even just, the capabilities with AI, the AI model that you guys use, like with your subscription through Claude, is not even in the same realm as what we could do with ours. We're running multiple agents that are programmed on all these projects and all these logics. If we want to change something on the website, like you guys just saw, we had a bug on the website during this live call, and while we're on this live call, Ed already fixed it. And that's because he's using these AI agents that are trained to work with websites. They're trained to work on apps. They're trained on live market environments. We keep a decade of market history on these, so we can also live back test different strategies in real time, or look for feedback on different scenarios as well when the AI encounters something new. The capabilities we have are actually just incredible. So and it's taken my 10-year goals down quite considerably, because over the last 3 months, I think we've completed about a year's worth of work, if not a little bit more than that. And it's a big thanks to the incredible team that we have, especially Ed, who deserves all the flowers for his work.
Let's not downplay all my coding history.
Yes, obviously, yes. The AI's trained.
I do, right?
Yeah. The humans are definitely doing. Or who fed the brain to the AI?
I was just giving you a hard time because you're like, we have all this AI, we're using all these agents, and I'm over here like, I have one agent I use. It does scaffolding for me.
Yeah. Well, for the website, yeah. Is there a way we could get a tip? Is there a way we can tip your AI team section? No.
I'm good without.
No.
You guys, you know what you could do? You guys can give me more suggestions and get me going further in this, so I can keep Josh over here in the dust as I run past him with my building out, and then I can be done, and we can all make some good money.
I do want to say something that wasn't mentioned in this meeting that I'll mention now for our discretionary traders, for our people who are like, this automation is cool, but I love to trade, because I know you guys are out there. I know you maniacs are like me, and it doesn't matter how good the AI is, you're going to want to trade on your own as well. We are running out the mentors. Obviously, you guys have seen that in the Discord. These are traders who've been trained, who've been mentored by me very closely for years now, and they've found success on their own, and they still get continuing education, just like I'm still continuing to learn. And you'll be different mentoring meetings and classes and stuff that they will host. You guys can do one-on-ones with them and chat with them in the app as well. So keep an eye out for that, because those events are coming both in the Discord, and future will be easy accessible in the app as well. And we will as well be expanding that team of people as too. I feel like I'm saying as well too much, but we'll be expanding that. We're going to be expanding. We're going to have to rapidly expand our staff and the amount of traders that we have at MBT, but we are looking to train that talent in-house and in network. So
I just got done fixing 10 things. So
and obviously,
videos work.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of you guys are also professionals in the industry, and I know, I see Joe's in here. Joe managed $6 billion, and he's actually one of the big contributors to our technical analysis bot. Monty's helped us train the research bot. All these people have played a huge role, and they'll be also big members in the community that you can speak to as well. So, big things. Cool, guys. I don't see any questions. I'm down to keep going. I'll answer them till you're out. I do see people having side conversations in the chat room here. But if we're good, or if we keep in mind, if you think of something later, use that help feature in the app. We will see it. You will get a response from us within 24 hours on anything. Would be so down to mentor, work and dad life, taking 95%. Yeah, I know what that's like. I got a second one on the way. That's part of the, mine's coming. My second one's coming December 20th. Yeah. So that's the real reason why official launch comes in 2027, because we just won't even have time to develop. I'll be drowning in dirty diapers and toddlers and infants. That's a joke, by the way. I have an amazing wife. All right, everyone. Thank you. If we're good, we'll end it here, guys. Make sure you check out the app. The promo code is in the announcements channel. Pro members, lifetime members, keeping an eye on your email boxes. Lifetime members, your emails get sent tonight. Pro members, your emails get sent out tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everyone. The team and all the members and everyone that's helped us put this all together. It's been a lot of years, right? And the market's not even always nice to us. But we've learned to survive when it's tough and to really lay on the pedal when things are good. And I think we're about to hit just a golden age of trading where our effort is just going to, and everything we built here is just going to give us an incredible edge on the market. Like we haven't ever had before. And we plan to hit the gas on that as hard as we can before people figure out how to do what we're doing. And that could take years. As long as people are saying AI doesn't work, we're probably going to have a massive edge on the market. And so, it's a huge thing to keep in mind. We've done so many meetings with I've had so many meetings with startups and brilliant people. The inventor of photonics, Ed and I were in a meeting with him a few months ago. He wrote the first white paper on photonics. He's got an AI startup. He's like, I haven't even touched the financial industry because I'm scared to. And I was like, oh, you should be scared. Very scared. Yeah, don't do that. Because it's more for us to eat. So there's a lot of people who feel that way. And the banks are too scared of the short-term trading right now for anything that doesn't have to do with like a CTA, which is even like a microsecond transaction. So, there's a huge edge to be found here. And we plan to hammer it hard for the next 5 years. And even then, it'll be probably a slow decay on it. So, beautiful things besides even just the raw talent that we have here. All right, guys, I feel like I'm rambling. I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you. I'll be writing the weekly report. So I'll probably hang out here a little bit while I'm working and typing up some charts and stuff. Futures is having quite the emotional reaction, so it looks like there's some news to catch up on and prep for the week ahead. We'll start typing stuff in the app this week, so you'll start to see some mirroring there. What I post in the Discord is also being posted to the app. So, all right. God bless, guys. Thanks for coming out. Oh, I better stop the recording and get this uploaded to YouTube as well.